Happy New Year, everybody. It's New Year's Eve, and I am 50. I turned 50 in December, and if you would have told me 20 years ago that I would be at the same in my pockets, I would be like, no way. I'm going to be different. I'm going to have you know, money and a house and, all the great things that you wish for yourself. Some people wish. I am 50 years old. I'm in a affordable housing apartment, which I adore. It's really cute, actually. Um, I'm not ashamed of that, but I will say this. I want more for myself. I always dreamed about at 50 having a house, having a backyard for my kids, um, having barbecues and, birthday celebrations and, all the things that you wish for. And first, you know, giving honor to God, I am grateful to have a roof. Let's start right there. Because I don't want you to see this video saying, well, wait a minute, aren't you grateful to have a roof over your head? Oh, absolutely. Being in the state of California, um, the thought of a mortgage frightens me at 50 because the cost of living is crazy here. Um, but I'm not going to let that fear keep me from not hoping and believing that that could be me or that could be you. If you are 50 watching this video, do not give up. Um, it's tough, to my 50-year-olds or my 40 somethings, or even my 30 somethings. Even I can remember at 30, I was like, oh my God, I just turned 30. I'm supposed to have a white picket fence and a dog and, this and that. And what I'm learning is that that wasn't out of my reach. You know what was in my way? It was me. It was me. It was me. Distractions, not believing in myself. You know, that is just as worse as a bad economy. When you don't believe in yourself, when you don't deposit, a better belief system. And I have to take accountability to why I'm not where I am. My dreams that I had for myself. I have to admit that it was me. It was me, partly me. Um, what I want to do now. Well, I am still at a 8 to 5 job, right? But I pray that my voice carries me to my next life. What I'm doing now, on this YouTube channel ever since I was little. And some of my subscribers know about this, but when I was in the 7th grade in metal shop, okay, it's a funny story, but in metal shop, we're supposed to be using the blowtorch and we are supposed to be making things in metal shop, okay? Um, and for you, oh, Gen Zs, if you're watching like Metal Shop, I don't know if they have Metal Shop anymore, but they used to have Metal Shop in junior high. And, you get to make cool things with metal, Um, and instead, I had my friends in class, have their chairs set up. I don't know where the metal shop teacher was because it seems like we were running the whole classroom. So I decided to make it my own talk show studio. Okay. And I was pretending like I was Oprah and, going to my friends and my classmates and have my makeshift microphone and asking them, interviewing questions. So the good news right now, I bring this story up. You're like, why are you bringing this corny story up? Um, because I now know I'm not afraid of really tapping into my voice. I've always wanted to do radio or interviews or just this right now, talking to you. And, I've been actually wanting to do this for a while. Didn't know how I was going to do it. Um, but, you know, I'm glad I've been doing it since last year. Last year, I believe, was it November of last year I started my YouTube channel. Um, and then really doing videos in February, I believe, of no, this year. I'm sorry. This year started. And then I think I created my YouTube channel in November. But anyways, but I'm starting, what I want to do. So that's a good thing. So I'm slowly not right now it's kind of abrupt. I'm getting out of my way finally. Um but I just also want to strategize in getting out of debt. You know, 50 in debt. If I can help anybody that is in their 40s or 30s or just my age right now, and you're like, oh my God, I'm 50 and I'm still in debt. Like in my other video, my how to survive in an entry level position. Right now, I have been really having serious conversations with myself. Tanya, what are you doing? Why are you in debt? Um, I think it really having those tough conversations about money and how I need to really start putting money, a certain percentage in certain saving places. It's really difficult when you only really make um, literally like 2,900 a month. This is the net pay that I take on monthly because I'm a state worker. But it's like, how do I do that? Pay my rent, pay a huge car note. And I said to myself, you know what? You may have to get out of the 2021 car note. And I'm like, Tanya, you may have to downsize. And by the way, that's my real name, Tanya. Um, you're going to have to walk away from that car and give that car back and get something that's affordable. I have been really thinking about this because it's like, yes, you have this high car note because of your credit. That's another thing that um my credit. I really want to get that together. And that has to start with paying down debts, getting really real about finances, you know, downsizing a car. You may have to do that. If you have a car note that is $572 like me or more, and it's not even a luxury car, it's a Nissan Kicks. But because my credit was so bad, that was the reality of it. So now, guess what? I'm like, you know what? Tanya, you may have to go back to go to a 2010 car, which is no problem with that. You just got to get an older car, you know? Um, and I'm thinking that's where I may have to go in order to kind of go back, okay? Get rid of the 2021 car that you can't afford, and then go back to a 2010. It may not be my forever car, but sometimes you gotta, I would say, stick your tail between your legs, or, get out of your way and downsize. Take some things that, and I really enjoyed my Nissan Kicks. It's such a cute little car, but, you know, at 50, I've always said, well, you know what, Tanya, you should be by then in a Mercedes and a house, but that's not what's happening. And I really need to understand, if I want to live that life, I got to get serious. And my advice to you is, come on this journey with me. If you are 50 or just whatever age, and you're like, okay, something's got to give. Yes, I may like this item or car, but I can't afford it. What should I do? Either find a car with no car note, one, or find a car that has, decent miles, but, that may only cost $7,000. And your car note can be 200. Because that's my goal. It's like, I need my car note to at least be under $300 for me to survive. Seriously. You know, um, it took a lot of courage to stand in front of this camera and tell you what I'm going through. Um, am I embarrassed? Yes, because you know how you want more for yourself? You know, I want more for myself, but I can't wallow in that. If you want something done, change your situation. If I want to pivot, you know, um, I got to pivot lightweight, not heavyweight. And what I mean by heavyweight, I mean, the weight of um, insecurity, the weight of being discouraging to yourself. Um, you know, if I'm going to pivot to the next level, I have to start um, getting serious and managing what I do, what I spend money on. Starbucks every day. That's not necessary. Make some tea. Put that tea in a tumbler. It's like, I need to go back to that. Um, just really being mindful. One of the things, though, that I make sure that I do is I pay my tithing. Some people are not into tithing and offering, but I noticed that my life was better when I was tithing. It was. I'm not going to lie. It was so much better. Um, so, you know, I want to do better in 2025. I'm going to be journaling. I'm going to be really talking to you guys. Some of my subscribers are like, wait, what about what's going on in the world videos? Don't worry, I'm not gonna not do those because I gotta talk about what's happening, current events, and you know that I could not be me if I didn't do that. But I just need to really talk this through. If there's anyone that is going through this right now and you're like, I want better, I want to be more organized, holler at your girl, okay? Subscribe to my channel, comment. We'll be each other's, um, support systems because, life be lifing, you know what I'm saying? And, I have 2 kids, you know, it's just it's tough. It's tough, Um, even being married, I'm gonna be talking about that. But even, with our incomes together, we're on the right path, but we are still trying to maintain and support our kids. It's not easy. It's not easy. Still, even through this, I still feel blessed because there's people that don't have jobs. Um, there's people that don't have, phones to record or laptops to record or, don't have clothes, don't have food. So it's like, you know, don't cry for me, Argentina. We're blessed in that regard, that we have food on our table, and I pray for those that don't have. You can step out my, you know, my apartment, and you step out and you see tents around. So I'm grateful still, but still struggling, to make ends meet. And just I believe in we can definitely do this together. Do this together. And if you have any pointers, let me know what strategies you have, and I will definitely share my strategies. 2025 is not going to just be about current events and celebrities and politics, what I usually do. I really want you to get to know me, and feel safe with me talking, and this is a safe place. Okay. So, I call my subscribers the Caspi Cake Catchers. Okay. But just hang in there. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Being vulnerable is not easy. Telling your business is not easy. It's easier when you're talking about, what's going on in this person's world and celebrity news, breaking news. But when you're actually talking about, what's going on in life, whew, you got to deal with, you know, people knowing what's up. So, but let's do this. Till next time. Happy New Year.